Okay, we may have come back inside this old Eureka mine here, and we going to try to do a little bit better exploring here. Since the last time we were in here, we were real limited on time and battery power. But anyway, all these rings right here on the ground are barrel rings. These are the remains of barrels, wooden barrels that the moonshiners would break up and use for fire in these mines. So that's why there's a lot of them. You can tell water has come through here and just kind of covered up a lot of them here. But so they started going underground in drift mines in the late 1870s, and by 1890 they had developed a lot more drift mines and started working on a small slope mine. So this is one of the things we came to investigate, also to revisit the Minecart that we saw in here. So we're just going to spend a lot more time in this mine checking some things out, because it is a huge mine. And we'll see what else we can find. Alright, Mr. Box, he's doing a little, getting to do a little video here. But yeah, this is one of the long work headers in this old Eureka mine right here. Got a piece of iron. It probably had a lantern or something hung from that. Most likely kerosene lantern. But yeah, this is where the minecart tracks would have been, right here. I mean, this is just perfectly cut out. And I think we've got a blockage up here. So we're going to check out some upper sections. And this is another moonshine still. We had run into a bunch of them. And you can see where the revenue agents got it with axe marks. Right there. All right, well, we're going to do a little more investigating, a little more thorough this time. So, box right there.
Yeah, here's that sound.
Oh yeah, see that. Right there, 9. Okay, so we just crossed up and over into this other giant work header here. let's see. You see where they ended it right here for some unknown reason. And Mr. Box, he's gone up and over. So like I said, these are just all these old work hitters to this old Eureka mine. So we're on the bottom section, and we're going to be checking all this out as much as we can and just kind of moving on up top. Just trying to explore it as much and document as much of this as we can, because who knows when we'll ever be back in here. So, okay, we've got another upstart heading up this way, and Mr. Box is over on this way, and looks like we have, Mr. Box has discovered, he's been the point man on this trip, and he has discovered the wooden forest over here on this haulage way. And man, it looks pretty awesome. So, like I said, it's other than when the moonshiners were in here and the revenue agents got them, we don't know when that was. It could be the 20s, 30s, 40s, even the 50s. Just don't know. But this, that right there down there is pretty incredible. So, that is incredible. Wooden timber supports probably 120 years old or 30 years old minimum. Great find, sir. And that is pretty incredible. And they're all in a row. That is amazing. Keeps going. All right, well, I popped a glow stick back there.
Okay.
We come back, we'll just pick it up and reverse the path. But this, wow, that is incredible. You can even see where the axe marks are on top, where they chop the tree, basically the timber support to size to fit in here.
Yeah.
And that's wow.
This right here, very first underground mine in Birmingham. This is historical. As the films pointed out, trees, you can see the mountain up there at the top.
That's amazing.
Just chopping these down. Axes.
And it just keeps heading on into the darkness, man. Wow.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Well, we'll just keep going down. Okay. I'm just admiring these timber supports right here. And we're going to be making our way because the mine still keeps on going, this long work passage. So we're just going to run it out, see what it looks like. Yeah. It's pretty, way bigger. This is way bigger than we thought, even what's indicated on the maps. This section right here was definitely mined after these maps were made.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
I'll tell you, whatever it is, man, there's some cold air coming in.
Yeah.
I feel it. So we may pop out somewhere else. We don't know. But this keeps going on with the darkness here. There's a drill mark. Just remains of wooden timber supports everywhere. All these wooden timber supports once lined this entire haulage way along the minecart tracks. So it's amazing that some of them are even still standing. All right. See what else we can find here. Okay, we're still proceeding along this long haulage way. You can see the miners had just stacked up all this loose iron ore. Just to, they never did come back to get it. And this is another timber support right here. And that's a small breakthrough into an upper chamber. And mine keeps going. So we're hard to believe that's in place. Mr. Box has just reported a bat tried to kamikaze my head. So we're gonna, if there's bats in here, that means there's another opening. Alright. Now we're gonna head off down this way, but I'm gonna just take a quick look-see up here, see what we see. It's another huge timber, lots of timber supports up here. It may go the same distance, just not sure. I can't see that far in the distance, man. I'll say one thing, man, it is very, very dry in here. The climate is excellent. There's no moisture. I mean, it's just in a perfectly preserved state. Okay. Yeah, it is. Huge. Okay, we'll get over this shell pile and start video. We'll check out some more stuff. Okay, we're just continuing on inside the old this old Eureka mine, and that right there is the ore seam, and that's a good 25, maybe 25 feet thick in ore right there. Perfectly cut out by the miners. So we're still walking this way. We just we're off the map now. We have no idea, but this is pretty incredible. Like I said, who knows when somebody has been back in here, save for the moonshiners or the revenue agents that busted up the moonshine stills. Now, Mr. Box says there's yet another moonshine still. It's just oh yeah, okay. So keep going. Do you see where it says DD with an arrow? Right here. It's right there. Maybe that's the direction to the moonshiners. Mine right there, DD with an arrow.
Oh yeah.
And the ceiling is a good 25, maybe 30 feet high in some places. But it's incredible that it is very dry in here. There's no moisture. I don't think we've been in the mine where you've got this many timber supports still in place, and they still keep going up that way and down this way. So, all right. Okay. All right, we're still following there. You can see more of them up in that upper breakthrough. These are probably the tallest timber supports that are intact. I mean, we've seen plenty that are falling on the ground, but not like this. This is like the petrified forest. Okay. We really don't know where this is going to wind up. Way bigger than we thought.
This right here looks like there's a wall.
All right. Okay, we've dropped down into another long work passageway. This is just a far bigger mine than even what our maps indicated. So this was still being worked out even into the early 1900s, there's no doubt. But just the same thing, it's just incredible. You almost can't go a couple of 100 yards without seeing the remains of a Moonshine still operation. I mean, it's unbelievable. And this right here, all these barrel rings, where they had the fire right there. There's other equipment. It's absolutely incredible, man. So Mr. Box, he headed off down in that direction. I'm gonna go join him here in a minute. But you know, got all these barrel rings. That's an upstart right there. And this is a big mash bucket or something. You can see where the revenuers, I mean, they just hit it with that axe, man. Right there. Smash that thing up. They must have sent a whole army of revenue agents down in here. So, okay, well, we'll just continue following down Mr. Box. He's heading off into the abyss. Okay, just moving further along in this passageway here. I mean, it's used, the ceiling's about 25 feet high right here. But this is it. I mean, it's just, that's all you do. You go another 200-300 feet or so. Here's another moonshine still right here. I mean, this one looked like a pretty big operation right here. And, tell you what, I'd like to know where these raccoon tracks are coming from. You can just see all the barrel rings right here. There's remains of a bottle right there. I mean, this was huge, man. That's I guess that's the vat right there. And I mean, look at all this. Man, you got to be careful where you step, man. Got this one. You can see those axe marks right here. That almost looks like a tea kettle right there. It is. That's a teapot. And you've got the vat right there. Looks like they had the fire. It's still sitting on the stones where they had the fire underneath. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, that's where they were cooking it right there. You can see the axe marks right there. Wow, pretty sizable operation underground. So we'll go off and see if we can find Mr. Box. Okay, we have come up to a whole nother level. We double backed, and we're going to try to go up through this small upstart right through right here with this incredible timber support that's kind of unique. It's just sitting up here by itself. So we're going to make our way on up here. If I don't fall. I know it. Record me. Absolutely remarkable that he's still standing. Easily 120 years old. Easy.
Stay right there.
All right. All right, we're just gonna try to make our way on up through here. What's amazing to us is how in the world these moonshiners got all this stuff this deep. Here's a good size comparison with Mr. Boggs right there, the size of that.
Not nearly as large as the other.
Right.
So, here's your bottles, huh?
So, okay, we'll make our way on up through here. Okay, we just made our way up through this upstart right here. Like I said, man, we're just taking our time, checking as much as we can out of this mine, and you've got some incredible timber supports. You've got the ore seam, which is about a good 20-25 feet right there, and you got just incredible timber supports right here. It is very, very rare to see this many timber supports in one place. That could have actually been a pine tree right there. And it just keeps going on into the darkness right there. So we'll go check and see what it looks like. Okay, so we're back. We got definitely better lighting because we tried to at least conserve our lighting. Our lighting this time to just get some better pictures of the minecart and to explore a little bit more around this area. And it's interesting. They probably had a big pen. You know, they joined up these mine carts together, took them down to, I guess, the wooden loading tipple. So they had a wooden type loading tipple. From what I understand, they had a kind of a chute in the middle. And this winch right here, those are flat doors right there. And some miner or whoever was working topside would roll that winch down with the chains and drop the flap door, and the ore would come out. And then to raise it back up, he would just, you know, use the winch and pull the doors back up. But I couldn't imagine that would be an easy job with the size of these chains and the weight of this mine cart. But anyway, really historic, man. So we just thought we'd document this a little bit more. Better video, better lighting. And you can see those were solid wheels, not like these other ones. These were a newer minecart wheels right here. I don't know what they're doing up here, but these were solid wheels right here. So, and you see you got all the remains of the Moonshine operation here. And that work header goes down here, and we came up through that breakthrough. So, all right, and just a beautiful piece of mining history for the Birmingham district right here. Okay, so Mr. Boggs, he is getting his equipment ready. And didn't notice that before, but that is a valve on the bottom of that Moonshine still. I bet it still turns. Huh, interesting, but you can see all the axe marks from the revenuers. Whether or not the miners used this cart, we don't know. You know, they did do, some of the moonshiners used old coal mine carts in the coal drift mines when they were making their moonshine inside, but this, I don't know. Maybe they just did a workaround. But these, just a better picture, this is all barrels from a moonshine operation right here. Now, they either they were just thrown down in here, or we just don't know. But anyway, we'll just have a look over there. And we're going to look back here. We still got a lot more to see, man. A lot more. This is a lot bigger than what the maps indicate. So, all right. Okay, we just came up through that upstart, and we've gone as far as we can go on this section. What you're looking at right here is the caved-in entrance of one of the drift mines. That's dirt and everything, mud coming in from the outside. Probably where the revenuers, we believe the revenuers, ore company officials, when they discovered all these moonshine stills and they tore them up, we believe that that's when they sealed these things up from never being used again for moonshining purposes. But this is one of the old drift mines going back to late 1870s, early 1880s. Right here, you can just see how big this was. Now, probably right here was the entry point. Down there was the floor, so we've got a lot of the ceiling that's come down, but either way, I'd have to say the mine had to be about a good 15 feet high. So anyway, we're going to proceed back down through there, pick up our equipment, and then proceed several hundred more feet to see if we can find some more openings, possible openings. Okay, the minecart is further back down this way. And this is a haulage way. This is the same haulage way the minecart is disabled on, if you want to say. So we're just going to head down this haulage way right here. It's, Mr. Box went down here last week. I didn't get a chance to see what everything looks like. A lot of moonshine still remains. It's a neat haulage way.
Absolutely perfectly flat.
Yeah, I mean, look at that perfect cutout. Cross ties, there's actually a little rail spike right there. Right there. Man, it's perfect, man. Man, what is that? That's a root.
I don't know if it was a root or if it was some sort of cable wire.
No, it's a root.
Root.
Root system. And we're near the surface, man. I've never seen a root look like a snake. That's kind of... If this thing comes alive and gets me, man, run. All right. Pretty slimy right here, man. Okay, well, we got a cave in right there. This would have kept going. So, now that's just, that looks like just a little cutout right there with the water. And you can see the water has come down from the surface. That's all muddy. And so that would have kept going. So, we may have to double back and come back around this, but nonetheless, man, very interesting, perfect haulage way. Okay, we're just coming back from where the minecart was, and well, we have never checked out this section here, so this is just another long work section in the old Eureka Mine. And it's got a lot of different passageways going down. It's old timber support still in place. And got another one behind Mr. Box right there. Now this passageway is blocked right there. It's amazing that wood's still standing because it looks like that haulage way was caved in.
See this drill mark they were drilling up?
Yeah, that's an unusual thing. I've seen that a lot where you'd think they were drilling down, but so many times the drill marks are going up. But so we're gonna go down here, just keep checking it out. We have been in this mine for hours, man. So, okay,
Let's see where it goes.
see where it goes.
Looks like it might.
Okay, we're on a main haulage way right here that led to the slope of this old Eureka mine right here, and it's pretty unique. They just carved this thing out like a little railroad tunnel, but the minecart tracks are right here, and they curved around right here and then just started going down. So this was part of the slope haulage way right here. It's pretty wide open, and it looks like they just used all this excess rock and they built up the bed for the mine carts. Yeah, after they mined out all this stuff right here, and then it just starts dropping. So this is probably, we think pretty much this may be where the part of the this is part of the slope mine. So it's pretty unique. I mean, I don't know if we've ever seen a raised tramway, rail cart tramway bed. So, all right, got some more wood remains over there. So we're gonna check out a few more things before we wind it up here and get ready for the long hike back. Topside, man, a long hike. So it is, we have done a good job in conserving our batteries for this. So anyway, excellent trip, and we'll see what else we can find. If we do, we'll just go ahead and film it. Okay, we found another section of this old Eureka mine, and so this is a big workspace header. That's a huge support pillar right there, and that is a section of tramway rail, probably going back to the 1890s right there. And so the rail line split off right here, and that is still in place. So it split off here, and actually got the tramway rail still in place right here, which is very unusual. So, and it just comes up in here to this giant work section. I mean, it's just huge. And all the wood is collapsed timber supports. Just a massive underground gallery. And that, man, that is one gigantic squared out stove. That's about 25, 30 feet high. Just perfectly square. So, and mine just proceeds to go on back up this way. So we're gonna keep chasing it out here. We've got a lot of reserve battery power. We definitely planned on doing this trip.
The rail line.
Yeah, it was embedded in there. That's pretty rare. So, okay. Okay, so we have now left the Eureka section. And we've come up through that upstart, and this starts a whole new mine section right here. And we're just slowly making our way out. So, like I said, to get to that mine is one unbelievable circuitous route, man. Up, down, everywhere, just to get to this thing. There's no straight line. So, This is one of the mines that was joined up with the old Eureka Mine underground. It's just huge. So Mr. Box is doing a little pathfinder here to see if he can reconnoiter. We're coming out a different pathway, so. How's it look? Huh? All right. It's okay, he's made his way on up through there, so I'll join him in a second. And you get some interesting, that's a bar there. Could be a drill rod, it looks like it bent. But that right there is a curved hook. Now that could have been a place where they possibly hung the lanterns before they ran electricity into this mine. It's hard to say. So, all right. How's it look? Okay, we're making our way slowly back. That right there, if people don't think wooden timber supports work, that is the remains of a wooden timber support holding that section of the roof up. That is incredible. And we are standing in basically a gigantic domed amphitheater. The ceiling's about a good 30 feet high minimum, and that is a giant domed archway ahead of us. And we're gonna go down there and take a right, but that has the appearance of a train tunnel.
It really does.
But that is, I mean, you talking about working this mine out. Phew. Wow. And that right there, for about that's definitely 25, 30 feet. That right there is the ore seam. That's what they were after.
We're standing on top of about 15 feet.
Yeah, we're actually standing on the ceiling. So, that's right. So.
Just see how hollowed out it is. I mean,
You could toss a football in here, no problem. Okay, this is a final video here for this little trip into the old Eureka mines. And we're in this other annex slope that connects the two. And we had to travel quite a ways to get here, but it was worth it coming back to film everything, to see more of the mine, which is just huge, far bigger than we thought, far bigger than what even the maps indicate. But we're just sitting here taking a break, and we're gonna be, there he is, and we're gonna be making our way out of here down there, and it'll take us a little while to get out, but anyway, that was a good trip, and maybe we can come back another time. But we pretty much covered large sections of the mine. We may have missed a few areas, but not by much. So great trip.